Hello friends, this is Music Man from his kitchen. I promised you that I would show you the truck that basically allowed two men to retire with dignity. It's 30 years old, and I call it the two millionaire truck, or two millionaires truck. Get that correct. Let's look at it and see what it is about these trucks that make them run and run and run and start running like a top. Coming right at you. Well, here it is, with your typical rust in the wheel well. It has a topper on it, not too bad. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. To me, it's just kind of humorous. You know, it has this kind of visor for bugs. I don't know really what that's all about. If you want to get a good view of the truck, there it is. Oh, somebody hit it. Shucks. 1986 Toyota pickup. And I have a sense of humor, so I said, oh, it's got an owie. So, you know, some rust started there, and I put some duct tape on it. But this truck is 30 years old. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's take a look in here. I didn't see anything. I wonder if the bed is rusted out. Oh my goodness. The bed is like got hardly any rust at all. In fact, it's in really good shape. Almost like brand new if you really look there. I mean, these toppers are probably worth the investment on these Toyota trucks because rust is their enemy. So let's see. I wonder if the thing will start. What do you guys think? You think this thing will start? These things are finicky. Yes, you see that correct. It's only got 128,000 miles on it. And when I started borrowing it from Uncle Al, yes, this is not my truck. It's on loan. It only had 122,000 on it, and it has receipts and records, and you can see that the dashboard is in pretty good shape, except for that one crack. That cross was made by my mechanic. So these things are finicky. It's got a carburetor in it. Let's get it started and take a look at the motor. And I'll be right back with you. Okay, let's see if she lives. It's alive! It's alive! Oh, air conditioning works. Oh my goodness, the air conditioning works. It's nice and cool. Everything works on this truck, by the way. It's just insane. Even, I mean, the cruise control works. Yeah. For some reason, people that are wealthy don't drive the crap out of their trucks, and they don't beat them to death. Don't drive them like they stole them. Look how clean that motor is. Carbureted. And that's the secret, I think, for why these trucks last so long. Purring like a kitten. Runs good. Yeah. And well taken care of. So, let's go inside and talk about the Toyota truck. Yes, Toyota. Why these trucks are so tough and reliable. So what's the secret? What does Toyota do that allows a truck to go, a 1986 truck to go 30,000 miles, and I have absolute confidence that I could take this truck right now and drive it around the entire United States back to where I live? I mean, what is it that they do so well? Well, getting in the truck at first, it's not substantial. The doors are thin. It seems very, very light. Seems very, very tinny. And so that's where they got that reputation. However, upon continuing to drive the vehicle, I've driven it now for the last year, at least, maybe a little over a year, you start discovering some things about the truck. Number one, it is bulletproof reliable. It cranks at 30 below zero, it cranks at 90 degrees, it cranks, it cranks, it cranks, it runs, it runs, it runs. And then you start wondering how you ever lived without it, because cut our trees down, our hedges down, stuffed them all in the back of this truck, and took them to the dump. And so, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it runs really cool. I mean, the thermostat doesn't give above a quarter. It purrs like a kitten. What can you say? Except that I right away when I got the truck, I went ahead and just saved time and had a timing chain put in it, because that is the one chink in the armor with these trucks. The other is rust, as I told you. But you want to replace that timing chain probably between 120 to 150,000 miles. Sure enough, when my mechanic checked the valve cover gasket, he discovered one of those guides on the left side was broken and loose. So I said, let's go ahead and do it. And he did. And so I think that was a good decision to make. They're simple, very frugal trucks, not much to break. Not a lot of electronics in it. Still has the original little radio in it. The little tiny cassette tape. I just got a cassette tape from Walmart for $5 that has a cord attached to it, and I hook up my phone from that. So it's a great little truck. Now, the strange thing is you have two types of people. I have a relative that every time I give him a ride in it, he makes fun of it. Oh, these doors are real thick. This is really a sturdy truck. Yeah, you wish. So he likes to make fun of it every time he rides in it. Says, I'm going to get me a real truck, the full-size truck. Yeah, good luck with the gas mileage. This one gets 19 miles a gallon in town. I wonder how his will do. And that's in the winter when I checked it. So it does real well with this little inline 4. Also, the truck is, it does real well also with reliability. It doesn't have a lot of these fancy things that all these newer trucks have on them. And I kind of like that. I like the simplicity of it all. Also, it has metal ignition switch, not plastic like a lot of them you see today. I mean, they're cheapening things down, and there's little touches that they do that they last longer, and you can see a little bit of that they were pretty smart with the engineering of this vehicle. So what about the ride? It's terrible. Straight, solid axle, not a really comfortable ride. The newer trucks ride almost like car-like, I've been told, and I've ridden in some of them that are car-like. Good for you. I don't think of a truck as a luxury vehicle, and I don't need a truck with a big V8 because I don't pull out stumps. I'm not going to be loading bricks. I'm not a construction worker, so this little truck fits me just fine. So it's kind of sold me on this. If I get another vehicle, it's probably going to be another small truck like this, or probably a hatchback. I don't see myself getting one of these big gas-hogging trucks that, you know, you can hear them as they go by down the road. And so don't get on here and argue with me that they get really, really good gas mileage. No, they don't. I rented a Suburban. I know the motors that go into these the big 3 trucks, and no, they don't get good gas mileage by any stretch of the imagination. I like it's very mechanical. Everything is that you can hear all the things move, and when you shift the gears you can hear everything. Where with the Camrys that I've owned 4 of them, everything's quiet and it purrs and you can't hear all those workings of the engine. With this you can hear everything. It's not noisy, it's just that you can hear it. You can hear all the inner workings, and so it kind of has personality from the 80s that vehicles today are kind of sterile, if you know what I mean. It's just my opinion. They're kind of sterile, and so you start getting kind of attached to it. It's quirky. In the morning you have to pat the pedal because it's carbureted 4 times, not 3, won't start. You'll have to pat the pedal one more time, 4 times, and it starts right up. You pat it 5, you flood it, and then you have to hold the pedal down and it'll start up. So little quirks, you know, kind of cantankerous, you know, little truck. Kind of has some personality to it. Where my daughter's Camry right now, you get in there, boom, it cranks right up, fuel injection. So yeah. The cars today are superior, whatever, but I want to see what they look like in 30 years. I want to see how they're running in 30 years. This truck is still running really, really well. It's easy to work on. I kind of like it a little bit. The biggest thing is I'm hoping I can get 200,000 miles on it out of it so I can save and then just pay for the next vehicle straight out. That's what I hope for. Anyway, there's the wealthy man's truck. Two men that retired with dignity. My uncle's living in an assisted living. It's very expensive to live there. My wife's told me that there's no worries about money because she knows what's going on. I don't need to. But he let me use the truck instead of it just sitting there, he said, and rotting. And that was a good decision. Anyway, and the guy that owned it before him was into real estate and was extremely wealthy. Probably both of them, I don't know, I'm naive, but I bet you they're both millionaires. And that's the secret to becoming wealthy. Is learning not to care about status, care what anybody else thinks, drive the thing into the ground, and save, be saving money for that next vehicle, and then boom. That's the way to do it. Music Man, signing off. Oh, and by the way, the other type of person that likes this truck likes to take it and lift it really high and put big 35-inch wheels on it and take it mudding. And I don't know about that. And I guess these little Toyota trucks are really good for that because they're not overpowered. They only have 97 horsepower. And so they're really great for mudding. Of course, this one is only rear-wheel drive, which is also amazing. All you have to do is I put sandbags on the rear axle in the winter, and it grips and goes like a scalded dog. It's just if you put the right tires on. It's all about the tires. And I put studded snow tires on. See ya. Bye.